everyone, and welcome to Starter TV. We're excited to be joined today by Igor Ryabenkiy to talk about his new book, Unicorn Focus, The Key to Building Billion-Dollar Startups in the Age of AI, and what it really takes to stay focused and build in an increasingly fast-moving AI-driven world. Igor, thank you so much for joining us today. It's great to have you here.
Thank you, Aishali, and nice to be here, and hello to everybody.
Yeah. So just start off by telling us a little bit about yourself and your background and your career journey and how you got to where you are today.
Look, it is easy. I used to be a software engineer, and then I become manager in company, work for like 4 years, and then become entrepreneur. Get first company, then it become group of companies. Mainly IT, so software, hardware, and system integration, all this stuff. Then internet age started to really prevail. I went to New York, made my startup as everybody, met dot-com bubble, survived, but didn't make unicorn out of this. So I didn't get my first billion, but I get a lot of experience. So after this, when I get out of my business, so exited companies which I created, it was quite natural because many people who started in my companies, specifically in my startup, started to do their own experiments, and I started first support them with advice. And for me, it's very difficult to split. If I advise, I usually already want to have skin in the game. So I started to write angel checks, and quickly I already get portfolio. So I decided, okay, I need to stop or make it professional. So I decided second. So I turned to Super Angel, and quickly I raised my first fund, which was like 13 years ago. And since then I have already 5 funds, and we will launch in our next fund, Altair 6, this month. Literally, this week will be kickoff.
Oh, wow, that's great. So what inspired you to write your new book, Unicorn Focus, The Key to Building Billion-Dollar Startups in the Age of AI?
Look, because I know many entrepreneurs and I know them for years, and I see like you have very strong people and you have other strong people, and some really go to heights, and some just get lost. And even they make their first success, then get lost afterwards. So in my understanding, I started to look what is the reason. And in my previous book, with Adventures in Venture Capital, I was not so specific because I gave like, okay, here are investment mistakes, here are startup founders mistakes, and so on, which are many in any case. But then somebody asked me a question, how would I summarize lessons from book one? What is the most important? I said, probably focus. And next, one of my founders, with whom, by the way, I made very successful exit. He started new business. I supported him. And then he started one more business. I told him, no, stop. You cannot do it. And he started arguing. Then he started third business. I thought, guy, no way. It will way to nowhere. In no time, all businesses were down to ground. But during this argumentation, I started not only argue with him, I started to do presentations, write articles. Then I decided, okay, I will write book about it. And when I started write this book, I understand that it's not only just word focus, but what I really understand. And then I decided that it will be not just light reading, it will be practical guide. What to do and what to avoid if you really want to be successful in specific project.
Yeah, and it really, that's what you really talk about, right? Where success comes from sort of this disciplined focus and not just
Yes.
great ideas or technology. And so having invested in multiple startups globally, what patterns have you seen in founders who sort of successfully build these, category defining companies?
Okay, it is art of saying no to many exciting things and possibilities, and finding one on which you will concentrate and which you will really bring to the point. It is main because okay, nobody is perfect. Everybody in every point of time has many things which could be shiny, could be interesting, and you should always consider if is it a real possibility or here. And many founders whom I meet tell, okay, I will make like few projects, or I make one project, but I will make many ideas inside the song just to hedge. And I always explain, you can make one thing at a time. If you want to hedge, become venture investor. I can invest in several, and I will hedge by different focused teams because, okay, if something doesn't work and something always doesn't. And for founders, it is the same but opposite way. You can change, but one in time. You make your product, you make your idea, and you using techniques. By the way, some of them I describe. You find your favorite one, you concentrate, you check, try to be fast. Today, especially fast. But when you do it, you are totally concentrated. Then, okay, you decide something change, okay, no response, no product market fit, or technology change, market change. You can change direction, you can change subject, but
Mhm.
again, concentrate on it. Otherwise,
Right.
okay, you can make without focusing, you can make nice business. You can make nice lifestyle business. But if you my book is about those who want to build real great projects.
And you've backed companies that have become unicorns, right? So what differentiates sort of a $1 billion idea from just a good one?
Look, idea could be the same or could be even better. So I get cases when I invested consecutively or in parallel in similar idea. For example, one of my brightest and high-growing companies, Miro, and when I invested in them, they had the same idea which I had in my previous investment, and which has already died by time I invested in Miro. Um, so, first of all, idea is important as part, but it is nothing without founder person, without team, without their focused job and communication, and without proper execution. So I tell guys, ideas. I myself, I can generate you hundreds a day with no big efforts. It cost me nothing, especially today. But this focused execution and bright founders, they really do it. They really try to understand, and they try to understand market pain and concentrate all attention how to cure this pain and move there. Then it works.
So would you say those are some of the real challenges? If the idea is just the beginning, are those the real challenges that, founders should be focusing in on?
For sure, many challenges, especially for early companies, but also for grown companies, because I invest many years, so I sit on board of few unicorns and grown companies, and I see what's going. It's absolutely necessary to keep this culture through your journey. And there are many ways of this miscommunication. Tell guys, okay, start from the beginning. You do this idea, it should be understood by you. You should make crispy messaging for yourself, for your co-founding team. Then your technical team should understand the same. Your sales team, your market message, it should be all in line. because what distinguish good from bad? We can have two founders with bright ideas, and then one delivers, and second, okay, he has idea, his CTO produces with CPO, with chief technology together with chief product, they produce him something different, and sales already sold something else. It is so often you cannot imagine. So this is why I tell guys, you should be focused and you should be always focused not only outside, you should be focused inside. Then it will work.
So how should founders really define that? What does focus really mean? Especially in this age of AI where execution is just faster than ever.
For me, focus is okay. In have one idea and okay, have it on your screen, have it on your forehead, have it on your wall, wherever. But it should be, it is, and it should be understood. If you are one man show, you understand it. If you have team, it should be understood through all the team, and you should keep to it. And then based on it, you all your execution and all your communication should help this idea to be executed. And today it is really very fast. There are already no time for like a stealth startup for several years. You cannot. You should really go quickly. And you know, there's old rules, fake it until you make it. Today, even more important. You should get this position, come to your customer with a solution. You should immediately get feedback. Being a consumer, being a business, you should really understand that you solve a problem which need to be solved. And if you do too long, if you just, okay, I have a bright idea, I believe it will work, I will spend time, I make a perfect technical solution. By this time, technology is far, competition is far, and you will just, I invented it before them, but you see, they did it and I'm behind. By the way, I see it now in many companies. They come and then they become already too late because they prepared to be perfect for too long and it did work. So I tell today, okay, ideation is very quick. You should like making your minimum product or like easy product, prototyping, going to customers, making like initial promotion, understanding product market fit quickly. And okay, if it doesn't work, just turn, go next. But if you really lost a lot of time, and many people just lost most of their means or investment round, which they like. It was not easy to raise, but then they spendle and then they come to next round with no money, no customers, or literally. So I tell guys, no, just focused and quick execution.
Yeah. But how can entrepreneurs realistically balance that, right? Sort of staying focused with the need to adapt, but then working in this, fast changing market where things are going to pivot. How do they find that balance?
Look, it is difficult, but this is why unicorns are not on every corner. Yeah, otherwise, everybody would be unicorn. Balance is okay. First of all, change forma to JOMA, joy of missing out. You really, you know your way, you know your target, you just go there. And there are so many distractions. Uh, I remember when I was a startup founder, I go and my CTO tells me, we have this feature, let's do it. And then, okay, next week, oh, I saw this feature, or I bring him. You see, I was in the exhibition, and guys, they do this. Let's do this. So finally, my product was like a Swiss Army knife, could do everything. But question, if it can do everything, but I need to sell it, so my customer will understand. Uh, so in reality, you come to customers, they tell, oh, I need this I don't need. And by the way, one more problem. By the way, it is a nice solution, but could you also solve this problem, this particular, we need it. Oh, it's not on my focus. Please do it for us. We will be your good customer and we will pay you money for it. Oh, you pay money and it's really for my good customers. And probably I will do, then it will become part of my product. Most often not. Most often you become already service provider for your customer and you're already unfocused. So good founder really concentrated and doesn't let him to be distracted. I can give you, if I have minute, I can give you other examples. Say, for example, when I
Yeah,
was
no,
already
that's
entrepreneur, I worked with some brilliant founders from US, and I used to live in Austria, in German-speaking market at this time. So I called him and told, I like your solution. Let's make localization for German speaking market and we will establish here company and we will work. And he told me, you know what? I can provide you basic product, do it yourself. Why? It will be additional money for you, additional stream. He told, no, no, no. We are concentrated. We have really strict more and we go US state by state. We have our strategy. And what you offer, it will just distract me. And he was right. They did great. And then already I understood that I had approach of entrepreneur, but not focused entrepreneur, not focused founder. He did, and this is why he became like really his project became great. He didn't let me distract him.
and so based on your experiences investing in companies like Miro, you had mentioned, are these sort of the things that you found distinguishes, maintaining that strong focus versus those who don't?
For sure. They are not like stubborn or and don't mix focus with tunnel vision. These guys, they really think very often day zero. So they go their way, but they don't forget to sit and to look every time like what they will do if they start today. Okay, are we in line? Is our direction is really? Do we have all positive signals on? We continue to go there. If we understand that something is wrong, we should change proof. We'll do other way. Say one of my first unicorn ever was PandaDoc, and PandaDoc started as a quote roller. It was like a easy solution which developed well enough, but several times it was changed. So they changed first to they went up market, which gave them like one advantage, and then they turned to full suite for sellers, and then it let them become unicorn. Say, if you speak about Miro, Miro made themselves famous and category leader as whiteboard provider. They were like first and most successful. But then they started to feel, first of all, heavy competition. And then the product become great, but it's still part of solution. And they timely started adapt AI and make AI part of the uh, product. So for Mirror customers, it become real innovation space, not just communication, but it is innovation where all innovation process is under control and where AI agents and AI processes coexist and cooperate with humans. So it was just, and now it is a strict focus. So you focus on what is necessary in every moment of time.
You mentioned before too that, founders can struggle with what you call shiny object syndrome. What practical techniques do you recommend to consistently be able to say no to distractions?
Just remember your main target. If something shines, for sure, you should not be blind. Sit and evaluate it and consider, okay, is it organical part of my solution? How big will be distraction? What if I forget my solution and just switch and concentrate on this? What will be cost involved? What be does it does it solve bigger pain? How expensive to execute? How expensive to sell? To go to? So you should do all this stuff and then decide, because most probably it will be distraction. But there were cases. One of my favorite was like more than 20 years ago. I was entrepreneur myself. Some partner company, they did virtual reality, and the founder was very much concentrated. But because the team was big, they made internal communication tool. And then his technical guys told him, "Look, we made this communication tool. It is so nice. Let's make product out of it." He thought, no, we are focused. We don't consider it. They switched and they become a famous messenger, like first famous messenger, and it was it was quickly get to the sky. So in this case, for sure, he was disappointed because it was created in his team, and he decided wrong focus. It may happen, guys. If you have, so be focused, but don't have a tunnel vision. Sometimes it could be gold in your hand, and you'll tell, no, I don't need it. Could be.
And you've worked with both successful unicorn founders and teams that failed. What's the one common mistake even strong teams repeatedly make?
Okay, strong teams can like decide that they are okay. We already grown, we already category leader. We should not think. We just okay. We go ahead, and then we see decline. We see decline because you should be ready to adapt. Market change in some situation. Okay, you grow like this, but then a lot of competition, situation change, technology change, and okay, like market went down, people start to cut budget, and you, or like we had pandemia euphoria, everybody like started to get remote to buy everything. If you stop thinking, probably you will be behind. You should not only ride the wave, you should also think, okay, when I get off wave, what will be next? And it is, I believe, largest mistake. But there are a bunch of mistakes which a company do. I did it particularly in my previous book, some of them. But if you want, I can address them. Like, for example, non-alignment between founders. It is funny. Uh, Based on my last book, I did online course, and more than 300 people get last month through this course. I get very funny responses. People mostly told that it helps them to really focus and structurize their vision. One was two founders decided to go through course in parallel and make, and as the end of course we make like written job which shows your vision, pitch, and so on, and then they compare and they found that they built two different companies, so it was not aligned at all. And it is one of often mistakes when people start together, communication is broken, like you understand and then finally not understand. I think that you think that I think. And it is good when it's really fly. Any challenge, any problem, and okay, and company is in danger. It is, for example, one of challenges.
So then how should founders allocate their limited resources, right? Time, money, talent during the earliest stages of a startup?
Okay, before I would tell that it's certainly talent. Talent work is most important for founders. Best founders are best HR. They really should work both with the co-founders, C-level execution. It is their main. Today, I tell guys, even if you're not programmer, become a product visionary yourself, become a web coder yourself. So you will quickly iterate, you will quickly understand. And some founders just started to do it themselves. I tell, no, no, it's will be also mistake. For today, you wipe code, you prototype, but really don't neglect nice technical execution if you would want to be serious at the market. So for founders, vision, people, I would tell team. Today is when we tell team, it could be partially people, partially agents, but still it is a founder's thing to get this vision, to organize orchestration level, execution level, and to see your target, and certainly go to market. So quickly you start. Unfortunately, I tell about focus, but you do in parallel many things. They all go to the same target, but again, you prototype, you do landings, you find channels, you try to find unfair advantages, which are very often today. Your connections, your expertise, knowledge of some particular vertical or some particular niche becomes very important. Because when in our world, when we have myriads of horizontal solutions which are vibe coded by myriads of indie developers, it will be very difficult to distinguish and to go to market. So you should really know your subject and what you are solving, and allocate your time accordingly.
You have invested in areas like AI and fintech and the future of work. What major shifts do you see sort of shaping the next decade?
Next decade. Let us survive next 2 3 years, because now it really changes every few months. Um, I believe, okay, now we already have like a paradigm changed. By the way, I didn't know that it will be this particular way, but I expected it since 10 years, because we get in some application to really stupid business models. Like, I give you some simple example. Like, you go to your mobile app store to buy some game, some casual game you like. Usually, okay, we get used. Okay, you pay $1 and enjoy. Today you pay $5 subscription, and you play in this game once a year if play. So why? What is the model? So model, when you get like possibility to use against for real use, will not survive. So now this consumption base, and when people vote with their money for what they really do, it will become a winning model. Then I believe, by the way, I keep to the same areas as you told. I started to do more, which I always did, more education and more health. I started, but I always did. But now I started to pay more attention. You know why? Because I never had unicorns in this area. So today I believe there are chances, but I still keep to future of work and fintech. It is still in my great priorities.
Mhm.
So, okay, now change to consumption base, change to deep knowledge and understanding your area really helps. And this is why recent years I started to work also more with scientists and researchers. Before I always rejected it because it was so big distance from some finding to market. So all attempts which I did, they were so because bright idea you do, but it is never to the market. Today, the time to of execution shortened. So we started also look more closely these people because they bring really crazy things which entrepreneurs often will not bring because they don't understand and don't know it.
Well, Igor, this was great. Thank you so much for joining us. I mean, great practical playbook for founders and leaders on how to cut through the distraction, especially in the AI era. So thanks so much for joining us and for all your insights.
Thank you so much, Rashali, and thank you everybody for your attention.
And we'll see you next time on Starter TV.
Sure. Thank you.